I sleep, I see strange things.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I think I've seen one of these movies, the new rebooted Planet of the Apes, because I like the originals. The first Planet of the Apes, what was it, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. There are one or two more, but those three for me worked. And there's the fact that the Planet of the Apes movies are very much racial allegories, in the sense that, like you have slavery, though it's turned on its head with the Planet of the Apes movies. That's present, as I understand it, in the books, and it's certainly present in the original movies. And what I've noticed with the remakes, particularly the Tim Burton one, which I really don't like, it's that they seem to be removing context. By which I mean they've turned it essentially to just movies with talking apes. There's no real context to any of it. And for me, that makes the movies feel kind of weightless, to be honest. So I'm not really a fan. Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, which I assume will be the first of a trilogy, if they can do it well, was directed by Wes Ball. I'm not fond of what I've seen Wes Ball do. He's directed the Maze Runner movies, and that's where I first heard of him. And I can't stand the Maze Runner movies. They really bother me. And I get that they're based upon a young adult series of novels. But the thing is, that doesn't mean you have to be patronizing. You can tell stories based on young adult novels and tell really effective stories. It doesn't have to be silly. And what bothered me most about The Maze Runner was the first movie, in which these young people are trapped in this glade. And for some reason, no one decided, there's this wall blocking us. I'm gonna climb it. No one. It didn't occur to anyone. And they have materials. They have ropes. At least I think they did. There are trees. There are ways to have at least attempted it. And the movie never addressed that. And that struck me as insulting, because who in their right mind wouldn't at least try? So, and then there's the whole Wicked thing, WCKD. It's like world population control, whatever it stood for. It was just too on the nose, and they're just silly movies. Though, like I said, at the heart of my irritation is that I don't like being patronized. And I don't like movies that patronize or talk down to people, or are filled with somewhat stupid characters. That bugs me. In any case, let's take a look at the trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
What a wonderful day!
When I sleep, I see strange things.
Pandora, maybe?
Memories?
Not memories. New things. I see everything.
That is not everything.
They look kind of fake. Well, that was the British trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And like I mentioned, when they were in that courtyard, those apes didn't look great. The ones that were in the distance, they looked, as I said, kind of fake. In any case, I don't really feel much of anything about this movie. It looks fine for what it is, but I get the feeling it's going to continue the trend I mentioned earlier. Namely, it has no context. It's just going to be people surviving after the fall of man, essentially. And speaking of the fall of man, that's part of what I enjoyed about the original movies. It was so satisfying the way it was done. And in particular, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, which doesn't get a lot of love, is an awesome movie. I love that movie so much. In fact, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, I would say, is my favorite. I just enjoy the desperate nature of humanity's last stand. It doesn't make a whit of sense, really. I don't think that apes can, no matter their numbers, can overcome our technological advantage. But that being said, Conquest is fascinating. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. This, I don't know. Though, what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail into Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or follow. Peace.